Hey YouTubers, I am at the what I call the Firefly hole because in the evening there's millions of fireflies in this area. It's a spectacular area. It's the fall and I'm trying to fish a hurricane front that's going to be pushing through right now basically. I couldn't resist coming out here trying my hand at largemouth bass in southeast Massachusetts. So stay tuned and let's see how we can do for Mr. Largemouth and see if he's willing to play our little game. Trail Boss, let you know. So we're in a little honey hole in southeast Mass, and this is mid-November. It's incredible. This is summer weather we're having, and I couldn't resist to come out here and fish this front. And this is the calm before the storm. I guess the remnants of some hurricanes coming up the East Coast. We're supposed to get torrential rains tonight, and let's see if this turns the fish on. Interesting natural phenomenon. We had a lunar eclipse this week. One of these times, I gotta work 60 hours a week. I can't be out here all the time, but I'd love to fish a lunar eclipse. I can't imagine how that gravitational lineup would work. It wreaks havoc on the tides and so forth, so I'm just wondering how that would go. Either they're on them or it creeps them all out and they're on. So anyway, today's conditions, we'll give the conditions for the freshwater too. It's in the 70s. This is November, and it's like a July evening, you know, and it's in the 70s. It's relatively humid, and barometric pressure is falling. It's 29.97 when I left the house here, and which, as the storm approaches, that'll go way down. And they claim, and I claim, it turns the fish on. And the lunar for the moon heads is we're just past the full moon, so we're on a waning moon, and it's dying now, so we'll see what kind of effects that has. The wind is from the southwest, a summer wind, and it's around 8 miles an hour now. I'm kind of in the woods. Beautiful Firefly hole, and the wind's blocking it pretty good, but as you can see, it's starting to pick up in this direction. So we're gonna give it a go and see what happens. Trail Boss. So for my first attempts, I'm gonna use the floating wrap. It's a 2-inch floating wrap, and I have really a lot of confidence in that bait. I've caught every species in fresh water for the most part on that thing. It really imitates a dying minnow on the surface, and this is a good time to use it. I think we're gonna find out, ain't we? Ultralight setup, good old UGG stick with a Penn ultralight reel and spinning reel, and that's all. And we're gonna see what we can do. Every now and then, while I'm waiting for the fish to bite, this is one of the things I bring with me, is one of these, and I mess around. So I'll play to the fish. Maybe you'll like it. I hope you can hear it. Maybe that'll wake them up. So basically how I'm working this is it's a top water. Cast it out there. Let it sit for a minute or two. Generally the longer you wait, the better it works. And if you only first cast it in the water, the first couple of casts usually work the best. So, and then you just give it a little couple of jerks. Make it look like a minnow that's wounded. Kind of swim it in. And if you stop, it'll pop back up to the surface and give it a few jerks like that. And that's generally all you do. That's how I do it. But the longer you can wait on that after that, after it lands, so they see where the splash is, where it landed. So that got their attention, and then now theoretically they're looking at it, and the longer you wait, the more curious they get. But don't let them get too good a look, obviously, because it's a lure. And just kind of swim it in. That's all I'm doing. Oop, I just had a touch on it. Something poked at it. They didn't bite it. Another swing. There's a lot of pickerel in here. And there's some good sized bass too. This is canoe heaven. Guys come in there with their canoes and kayaks. And as usual, I'm a shore fisherman. So fish on. We got a fish. Oh, he spit it. Doggone it. We didn't spook everyone else, but the fish are starting to bite. Fish on. What we got here? Little crappie. Hey, what do you know? Little guy. They turn it on. You them fronts, you fish them fronts, they work. Little guy. You could eat them, but they get way bigger than this. There we go. These are starting to turn on. It's flattening out nice. I think that all the animals, with the barometric pressure, as a storm approaches, you know, the old cliche saying that when the barometer is dropping, that's when it's the best. They obviously can feel the pressure, the barometric pressure dropping, and they put two and two together that a storm is approaching. So they figured they better put the feed bag on and then seek shelter. Oh, there's some rings out in the middle there. And then seek shelter before the storm comes. And living in their natural environment, living this way their whole life, they pick up on it. And that's why the fronts are good to fish. They know it's time to eat. A storm's coming and they're going to be pushed down for a while. Wouldn't you? Make a ham sandwich before the big snowstorm. I am just astounded by this weather. It's my day off. I did my 60, and now I'm closing up all the big vegetable garden and winterizing all the lawnmowers and everything, getting the snow blowers ready, you know, doing the November things. Change the oil, do the air filter on the, there's some good feeding going out in the middle there, right in this area. And just closing up the shop for the winter, getting ready for winter in general, and it's 75 degrees. How can you not go fishing? That's what they made fishing for. I did my chores. I'm not a slacker. You can't resist on days like this, because you know there ain't many left. So take advantage of them, you know. And that's how it goes. I ain't ready to put it away just yet. Same with the bow. You know, shotgun's coming up too. That's something else I wanted to mention. I'll be taking a few days off for shotgun season. We'll get some good video on that. And deer. I've been archery hunting and have seen a lot of sign in this area, in my area where I normally hunt. There's all little feeding rings going on here. There must be some kind of hatch going on. And so shotgun's coming up in about a week and a half or so. So I'll be dropping a few of those vids, and hopefully I get me some meat. But so I just flipped over to a man's auger tail spin. This is another one of my favorite for bass and panfish. Small little spin, and I'm using just 4-pound test, and it never ceases to amaze me how strong 4-pound test is. You know, it just sounds so small. Even 2-pound test, you can land 3, 4, 5-pound bass on them. You got to be careful, of course, and just make sure they don't touch any obstructions. And I like to backpedal with the I use the combination of the drag and put it on anti-reverse and backpedal with the fish, but just keeping constant pressure. That's all you got to do. Constant pressure, you'll land it, and it's pretty freaking strong. I mean, 4, 5 pound, 2 and 4 pound testers strong. You can land some big fish with them. And notice I didn't say toothy fish. Like picks will bite you right off through this stuff. They make a hard turn and they just bite you right through. But pretty strong stuff. So we're gonna give the auger tail spin a try. See what happens. There's a heron. I don't know if you can see him along the tree line there flying. We had one here in the spring. It had babies and they probably moved on, but there was one there. I'm also hearing in the background it sounds like a mega flock of those blackbirds, those black wrens in this direction. There's like a million all at once, and they move in one form all at once when they fly, you know, and something spooks them. They're pretty cool to see. They look just so lucid and they just move as one. You know, it's very, very unusual to see. But anyway, I switched over to a black leech. I'm going to bounce that along the bottom, weedless black leech, and it's a pretty cool lure. Let's see what I can get with that. So this is what this is really hilarious. It's always an adventure. Look at what someone did. They cut down these saplings and they opened up this area to fish. It's right around the corner from where I was fishing. And they made a little fishing platform over the water. And that's very good. That took a little bit of work. It's pretty impressive. And yes, you can get up on it. I mean, I'm stupid enough to get up on it. Watch. It's actually pretty stable. Famous last words as I fall in, but you know, and you're out kind of over the water. It's pretty clever. They built a little homemade dock, and they actually opened up this area to fish pretty good. But this is awesome. It's just really fun. This is what like you stumble on in the ingenuity of someone 17 or 18 years old has done. You know, they made a homemade dock. I love this. This is just amazing. This so there's such a kick out of that. I find wigwams out here and little homemade huts that they build, and it's pretty fun. It's what makes it interesting. Whoever did this, you have the woodsman spirit. This is just it's just amazing. I mean, that took a little bit of work. Homemade wood style dock. So I was over there. I found another trail in through here. I'll try this area. Another angle of it, a little cove in here. Looks way bigger from over there, but someone's got a big old bonfire, so it's apparent some other people fish here, but I've never been to this spot. I'm going to try it and see what happens. Always up for the adventure. Losing the light here, but this is when the fish start really biting, so see what happens. I heard hoots and hollerings here before, so we're losing the light here. I am amazed. Just listen. I don't know if this can pick it up, but there's all these crickets cricketizing like it's really July. It's muggy and warm, and this is unbelievable for coming on the second week of November. And I love every minute of it. Keep coming with it. But we're losing the light here, and thank you so much for coming along. Hooked a couple of fish and had a really nice time on this front that's moving in on us, and found a new fishing spot and had another adventure. Thank you so much for watching Saturday Mornings Outdoors. My name is Paul K. Please like and subscribe, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and thanks for coming along. We'll see you next time. And I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm still fishing here, losing the light, but got a nice crappie. They're starting to turn on now, of course, when I stop filming and the light gets low, but you can see that. And I'll let him go and continue on. I also had another hit too, but he got off. This is the magic hour, though. I would expect that, but I'll let you know. And another one. Man, the light's terrible, but I hope you can get the idea. Got me another one. Crappie. These are crappie now. And, let him go. Unbelievable. So I know you can't see me, but I'm still out here getting whacked. You know, it turned into a great trip. The technique I showed at the beginning of twitching it on the top, I'm getting like really hard hits on that too. And it's mostly crappie. I had one bass and 1 pickerel. But with that, it doesn't make any sense. You guys can't see a thing, but next time I'll remember to bring a light. I'm going to get out of here because this is a new trail to me and I bushwhacked in here. So anyway, with that, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry I couldn't produce more in the real light. And if I don't make it out of here, you know I'm dead. So see you. Thanks for watching. Bye.